In this video, you're going to learn exactly how to edit gaming videos for free with CapCut. Whether you want to make short form videos for TikTok or long form videos for YouTube, I'm going to show you everything you need to know. Chapters are linked down below so you can easily navigate through this whole guide. And before we dive in, I do want to mention the sponsor of this video, which is Epidemic Sound, which if you are going to make gaming videos, you want to get your viewers emotionally invested. Gaming creators like Dream and JLK do this insanely well using storytelling and dramatic music to keep viewers engaged. And that's where Epidemic Sound can help, because they are a music subscription site that gives you access to over 50,000 music tracks and over 200,000 sound effects that are safe to use anywhere online. Simply choose the mood you're going for with your gaming video, and then you can filter the results even further by genre, mood, etc. There's a great sound effect library where you can add booms and risers and other cinematic sound effects to immerse viewers in your content. They also just introduced a new Voices tab where you can create AI voices directly from inside Epidemic Sound. You just have to choose a voice of your liking, type in the box what you want it to say, and click generate, and then you can download it and add it to your editor. You can start soundtracking your content with Epidemic Sound using my free trial affiliate link. It's in the description of this video. I've been using them for years and definitely recommend. So to get started, all we have to do is click create project here, and that is going to take us into the editor. Now, if this is your first time looking at a video editor, this probably looks very intimidating with a lot of buttons and different things that can be clicked on, but don't worry, half of these you're not even gonna use, so just try to stick with the fundamentals here and eventually we'll go deeper. So to get started, we need to add our video clips into our CapCut project. So all we have to do is click the import button up here. That's going to open our files, and I'm going to select the files I need here, which should be these three, and I'm going to click import. And there we go, we've got them in. And so I've got my main gaming video here, which is like 30 minutes long. I have a little clip of myself here because I forgot to do the little talking head Minecraft thing. So I just have a extra clip here that I recorded. And then this one over here is some voiceovers I recorded, which we'll get to later. And all of this was recorded with OBS. I didn't do anything like super complex. I just basically screen recorded my screen for playing the game, and I just have the raw files. And to just give you a quick overview of everything, normally on the far left side is where you're going to have your video files and other things like that. In the middle here is our preview screen where we'll see our video play. And on the far right side, we're going to find different settings for our video as we add those clips in. And then the bottom here is our timeline, which is where we're going to start dragging clips in for editing. So I can easily just grab this video clip and drag it on in and let go. And there it is, and we call this the timeline. And this is where all our video clips live, and this is where we'll add things like text and other things and really put together a nice video. You can also grab the edges here if you want to like increase the size, like might as well do that. So I have a bigger viewing screen here. I can also, for the timeline, go over to the far right side here, and there's a little zoom in area, and I can actually zoom in further so I can make a more precise edit, because this is a 30-minute video, so I definitely want to be zoomed in a bit. You can also just pinch on your touchpad, and that'll also allow you to zoom in up close. You'll also notice this white line here. This is called the playhead, and that lets us know where in the video we're at. And we're at 0 seconds, and I can actually touch up here on this little time area, and I can drag through my video just like that, and it'll show me where I am in the video. So here's 1 minute in the video. Here's 2 minutes in the video, and that lets me know where I am in the edit. There's also the ratio button, which is going to allow you to switch between a 16:9 for YouTube or a 9:16 for TikTok videos. If you select your video, you can click the trash can to delete it, or just click the delete key on your keyboard to delete something. And if you want to reverse an action, like if that was a mistake, I could click this back button here, and doing so is going to reverse that action and bring our video clip back. And that reverse button is very useful, especially if you are a beginner. So now let's get into how to trim our video clip, because obviously we don't want just there to be 30 seconds of gameplay here where there's no editing. We want to be able to splice these clips up and actually make something good. So I'm just going to start by zooming in here. So we're up close, and there's a few different ways that you can edit your video and actually trim it down. So the first way is to just hover over the edge of your clip, and you'll see it changes from just being a regular mouse to this symbol, and that's a sign we can just drag here and drag our video up right to where we want to start. And I do this little slide across. That's where I want my video to start. So I'll just drag up to there, let go, and now the video is going to start at that point. And while that can work, and it's important to know how to do that, it's not the best way of doing things. So I'm actually going to reverse action here and go back. And the best way to trim your clip is to use a keyboard shortcut. So if I scroll to the part with my playhead here to where I want to begin, and right here is where I begin, what I can do is with my clip selected, I can do Command B on my MacBook, or if you are on PC, it's going to be Control B. And when I click these two keys at the same time, it'll cut my clip in half. So we have the clip cut right here, and then all we have to do is select this part of our clip where it's the opening and nothing's going on. And I can just click the delete key and it automatically cuts it out. And this is a much faster way of being able to edit versus having to manually drag things or manually go over here and select the split tool and then go over, split it, switch back to the select tool. Like, that's too much work. So try to learn the shortcuts. You can also go up here and click shortcuts and it'll show you all of them. So split, Command B, and you can even change these if you want to make it easier. I'd recommend just leaving it though. But learning some of these can be super useful for being able to do really fast edits. So Command B, really basic one you can do. And so what I can do then is scroll ahead to where I want the clip to stop, which I stop panning there. So I'm gonna do right here, Command B, and I just made another cut right there. So we got our first clip here. And then the next clip I want to begin later in the video where I have all these pillagers lined up and I do a little pan for them. And then I can click Command B again. And so now what we have is we already cut this video clip. We scrolled ahead past all the unwanted stuff, click Command B again, and we have a new clip starting here because we split the video in half. And so this whole clip here has nothing to do with our video, and we can just click delete. And now we've just connected two different clips together. So if we click play here, we've got this nice panning of the village, and then it's going to switch to my video clip showing all the pillagers about to attack this village. And then I can Command B again, where I want that to stop, scroll ahead later in my video, and I can just kind of go through and I just split in between the parts I want and then delete the parts I don't want. So you can easily go through and splice and trim up your video to the way you want it. Now, two things worth noting. Number one, I didn't film my face for this video. This is a faceless video. If you are wanting to learn how to record your face and be able to record your game at the same time, stay tuned. I will show that near the end of this video as I find more people are playing faceless gaming videos. And then number two is that I just recorded the gameplay. I clicked record, I went through the type of challenge I wanted to do, but I didn't actually record my voice while recording the game. And so what I'm going to do is add a voiceover after the fact. We're gonna be able to record a voiceover here inside of CapCut and then align the clips to that voiceover. And it doesn't really matter which way you approach it. You can record your voice while playing the game and then just, you know, add it to the editor here. But for me, there's usually loud noises in the background at my house. So usually I'll just record my gameplay and then make a video later out of the gameplay with me adding my voice in. So to record a voiceover for your gameplay, all you have to do is go to the microphone here and click on that. And as you can see, I'm already recording right now with my microphone. So you see it going up and down here. And all I gotta do is click record here. I can start recording and it'll play over my footage. And then if I want, I can rearrange it later on. Now, I already recorded the voiceover just because I can't record a voiceover and record at the same time. So I already pre-recorded the voiceover, which is what this is right here. And we're going to add this to our video. So I'm just going to drag this down and I'm going to drop it. I'm just going to drag it on top for now. And then what I can do is click on it. I'm going to double click and then I'm going to click extract audio, which will turn it into an audio file only. And then I can just delete the top clip. So now we just have the audio track here. Or if yours is a proper just MP3, you can easily drag it down there and you don't have to put it on top or anything. Mine's technically a video. Now my audio clip begins roughly right here. This is the start of my video. I took a few takes. So I'm just gonna click Command B on the audio to cut it. We're gonna delete this part that we no longer want. And then we just gotta drag this over here to the beginning. And now that I have my voiceover underneath, I'll be able to also edit my clips to the voiceover. So let's take a listen to this. This village is about to be attacked by an... by an angry mob of villagers. So it's going to cut to the angry mob of villagers. Angry mob of pillagers. And in order to save them, we're going to need to build defenses. I know this is super cheesy, but you know, I was trying to make a family-friendly editing video versus something else. So just deal with it. And actually for this part, I'm going to use this other clip that I have. We're going to drag that in. I'm just going to, as I drag it down, the clips will move out of the way so I can drop this in. And then we are going to get to the part where I'm looking at the camera here and doing my little crouch swing talk. Delete that. Let's just see what this looks like for right now. This village is about to be attacked by an angry mob of pillagers. And in order to save them, we are going to need to build 3 sets of defenses. And time's running out, so let's get to it. And that's pretty good. I'm going to click delete. And then this needs to be zoomed in. So I'm just going to do the scale over here like that. So it takes up. And I'm also going to do is there is Minecraft music playing in the background. We don't want that. So I'm going to select this. I'm going to head over to audio and turn the volume all the way down on each of these clips. So that way it's just my voice talking. And what we'll actually do is we'll add sound in here. So we've got the village clip. And what I want to do is, yes, even though they are sponsoring this video, Epidemic Sound has insanely good cinematic music. And so we are going to go grab some from there and add it to this. And we might even add some yelling people here to make this more cinematic. So we have this great song here from Hempus. Cannot pronounce his last name, but this dude is the Hans Zimmer of Epidemic Sound. We're going to download this song here and add it to our project. There we go. Just dragged it from our files over here. We are going to trim it up to the part where the music hits. Boom, boom. There we go. And it's probably going to be too loud with the voiceover here as well. So I am going to turn this down to like -25 to start. And we'll adjust the volume a bit here as we play. This village is about to be attacked by an angry mob of pillagers. And in order to save them, we are going to need to build 3 sets of defenses. And time's running out, so let's get to it. Pretty good. We'll make some adjustments. We'll trim out the rest of this music. And what we're actually going to do is we're going to do a riser here. So it's going to and rise up, and we're going to get one of those in there too. Ooh, that's a good one. Let's download that. There's our sound effect. Let's drag that underneath. And as you can see, now we're building layers here. We've got our video, we got our music, or no, this is our voiceover. We have the music, and now we're adding a sound effect. So you'll see that kind of layer out as you build out these videos. And that'll transition into the next set of music. And I found this great song called Awaiting Backup. Take a listen to this. So much intensity. I love it. Let's download that one and add it. We're going to have it play right when the riser hits there. It's like boom, riser hits. We're at the peak of the and then this dramatic music's going to play. All right, I think we got things pretty set up here. So this is just our opening. And as you can see, there's quite a bit of work that might go into just getting the first initial part of your edit. And we'll get into some of the other effects and different things you can do here. But let's just preview this with the clips combined, the voiceover, and some epic music. This village is about to be attacked by an angry mob of pillagers. And in order to save them, we are going to need to build 3 sets of defenses. And time's running out, so let's get to it. To start, let's build some iron golems to help defend our city. And right now, I think that is an awesome start to editing this video. So now let's get into some of the other effects that we can do here to edit our gaming video. So I think pointing a red arrow here at the beginning at the village could be interesting. So let's actually, in the top section here, head over to stickers. And all I've done is I've just searched arrow in the search bar here, and I've found some free arrows here. So I'm just going to click on this one, and I'm going to click the plus button. You'll see it's added it over the top of my video, and I can actually drag here how long I want to put it on. So since I say right in the beginning, this village, we'll just extend it for the length of that clip. And then I can grab on screen here to rotate this, change the size. I can also do that on the side here as well if I want to. So there we go. We got the little arrow here. So that way as the video is moving, it's pointing right there. So let's see what this looks like. This village is about to be attacked by an angry mob of pillagers. Awesome. And when it says angry mob of pillagers, why don't we add some text over the top that says angry pillagers? So then I can head over to text and I can click add default text for now. And that's going to add it in here. We can drag and drop that, extend it forever, however long, which we don't just for this clip. We're going to type in angry pillagers. Perfect. I can also change the font here on the side, and let's find a good bold font. This Barlow is pretty bold, so let's just roll with this one for now. And we'll also want to add some shadow behind it because it kind of blends into the background. If we scroll down far enough here, we should have shadow. We'll check that box. There we go. Now that stands out much better. And maybe we'll even change the color here to like red. That could be interesting. So let's see what that looks like with the red letters.
This village is about to be attacked by an angry mob of pillagers. And in order to save them, we are going to need to build 3 sets.
I think that's decent. You know, I might change that, but the whole point of this is just to show you guys different examples of how to use things. So we'll roll with it. We'll keep the angry pillagers there. We've got some text added. Now, another thing you might want to use when making edits is something called jump cuts or jump zoom ins. And essentially what you can do to make these, because as I'm talking here, I want it to kind of zoom in a bit on me, like dramatically. So I'm talking here.
We need to build 3 sets of defenses.
And then right here, I'm like, but we got to hurry up. There's no time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this clip and I'm going to click Command B to split it. And then what I'm going to do is just for this part of the clip, I'm going to use the scale here to zoom in a bit. And so now for this part, it'll be zoomed in, and for this part, it won't be zoomed in. So if we click play here now,
we need to build 3 sets of defenses. And time's running out, so let's get to it.
So it's just a little bit of an editing trick there where if you split different parts of your clip, you can have parts where it's more zoomed in, and then you can always zoom it back out if you want. So that's a little tactic I like to use to kind of increase the movement, make a video more engaging instead of it just being stale. Now, another thing you might want to add is things like memes and Gifs and different things like that to make your gaming video more interesting. So let me show you how you can do that. So later in this video, as I'm building out the lava mode, the golems or gnomes or whatever you want to call them, just walked into the lava and decided to, we'll say, unalive themselves. So we want to add some memes here of like, what the heck? What are you guys doing? We could have like a GIF pop up here. Now, whether you want to add a GIF or you want to add a meme, there's a few different ways you can go about this. Obviously, there's the Jiffy app, and also you can go to jiffy.com. So if we go to Chrome here, this is the Jiffy site where you can easily just download GIFs. Which is very useful. But if you are wanting to use a specific meme sound or meme video, what I do recommend is using your phone to screen record it, because phones have built-in screen recorders. I find it's harder to screen record things on a computer than it is on a phone. And then also, if you want, you can sometimes find these meme sounds on TikTok. So you could actually just save a video to your phone on TikTok, transfer it to your computer, and then add it as an audio file or add it as a video file and do what I did, which was extract audio and then turn that into an audio file. In case you do want to use some of those trendy sounds or different things like that, it's really easy. You could screen record it, download it from TikTok, just take the sound and add it to your video. Let's type in Y into Jiffy. And we'll go with this one here. So we'll just click on it. I can double click on it and click Save Image As. And we'll just do GIF1, and you see GIF1.gif, it downloaded. And then here inside CapCut, we just gotta drag that file over the top. There's our GIF, we can resize it. We can just put it off to the side here. Now, if we were to click play, we've got our GIF on screen, just for some comedic effect there as to why they just walked into the lava. Now, outside of those things, those are really the main ingredients you're gonna need to make a gaming video. Now, there are other things in here, like you'll find some fun video effects. You'll find transitions, you'll find some filters you can add. You can also click on your video and go to adjustment and do some like color grading if you really want, but you're not really gonna do that in a gaming video. Now, something you may wanna do in the future is be able to record yourself like this and be able to react to your gameplay and actually have yourself on screen. And essentially the way you're gonna do this is you're going to add your video clip in as an overlay. So let's just pretend this is actually me playing a game here. And we'll just set that up like that. And then all you really have to do is one, align your video up with your gameplay, which I highly recommend. What I'll do is I'll record on my camera and I'll say, recording video. And then when I record my screen, I'll be like, and screen recording. So I know exactly when it starts, but then I'll also do some things to help line up the audio for me. So I'll be like, I'm hovering over this menu. Now I'm not. I'm hovering over this menu. Now I'm not, with just my mouse. So just like on screen here, I'd be like hovering, not, hovering, not. And then I can match up the video and the other video next to each other. So you want to get them lined up so that way you're properly lined up with your gameplay. But then what I recommend doing is heading over to Mask, and they just made Masks Pro, so I no longer recommend that. Screw you! And then what you can do is resize your video here. You can crouch it down and easily drag it to the corner like this. And then we can also click resize here, and we can actually crop the video in even further. So we don't need that on screen. We don't need this on screen. Mainly just need our face here. So we'll do that. Perfect. Click confirm. There we go. Now we have a smaller reaction screen. So we can put this off to the side as we're playing the game. We can have us on screen. So really simple to do. And then once you're done, all you have to do is click the export button up here, and it's gonna save it to your computer. And then you can go to youtube.com or TikTok or wherever, and then just upload it there. Now, if you wanna get into some of the more advanced effects that you can do inside of CapCut, be sure to check out this video. It's gonna show you all the more advanced things that you can do with this software.